What's going on, guys? So we are live in Snyder, Texas right now. So I've got some footage I got to edit up and get thrown up tonight. We made it out here. We got eyes on the new bus tonight that Sage is picking up. Started looking at it, getting a list together. What's going on? What's up, Brandon? So tomorrow we're going to start actual work on the bus. But it's another pre-war, or not pre-war, pre-500 Silverside, post-war pre-500 bus. Just hang on a second here. I'm letting people join up in the chat. So we are down in Snyder, Texas right now. We just got down here to look at Sage's new bus. It's a post-war pre-500 bus. It's actually really clean. It's got the dog on the front still. It's got the glass on the back for that center stoplight on the back of the silver sides. There's only one hole in the bus, which if you've noticed when you buy used silver sides, it's really hard to find a bus that doesn't have a bunch of holes cut through it. So that's pretty decent. None of the injectors are stuck. I haven't borrowed the motor over yet. That's going to be a tomorrow morning problem. But as of right now, all the injectors are free. It's got fluids in it. So it shouldn't take too much to get it up and going tomorrow. We got new tires already down here for it. So tomorrow we'll start in on actual work. I'm done with the live stream here. I'll get the video edited up of the trip out here and when we first saw the bus today. But it looks like it's in pretty good shape. I don't think we're going to have a lot of problems out of it. Feel free to throw any questions you guys have in the comments here. I'm just killing some time tonight in the hotel before I go to bed. Oh, and by the way, I saw Sydney there said, "Welcome to Texas." I love Texas. This state is amazing. I actually just had to pull over and stop on the side of the road today for a while and just stare. It's great down here. It's a 671. It's a silver sides. This one is a post-war. It is converted. It's partially gutted right now. It was a running, driving, usable bus. It had a treadle valve go bad in it. It's been sitting for a while, so this one actually did run when parked, unlike the last one that was parked because it broke. So I don't think it's gonna be too much to get this one going. I haven't crawled under it yet to see if the leaf springs are good, but we have half the leaf springs out of Sage's other bus. Chris got both the right side springs out of it, so the spring shop can come grab them and take a look at them. So yeah, there's still progress going on the other bus too. I know Chris has been working on getting some videos out on that thing. And then I talked to Mom and Dad. I think they took today off, and then tomorrow they're heading towards their next job in Texas too. But I don't think I'm going to be in Texas long enough to see them while I'm down here. What do you mean someone should volunteer to get the other silver sides back to Indianapolis? So one silver side is in Indianapolis. It's a Chris's shop. The other one, we'll be taking it home this week as long as there's no problems. The brake valve under the pedal, the treadle valve, it's bad. Oh, my bus. Yeah, we'll be going and getting that. We were thinking March, but it might end up being April now. I got to see what works out in the schedule with Dad, because they're going to be following me back from North Carolina with it in case we have any problems with it, and I'm going to try to do it in a way that's not really going to throw their schedule off too much, so that might be after they come back from Florida. But I just got another job that I took on that I'm going to need Dad's help with. We have a 6V92, which I need to get that video edited up. It had a catastrophic water pump failure that ended up with a 6V92 locking up. So we found a motor. We finally have one on the way to that customer. But sometime in the next couple months here, we're gonna have to put a 6V92 in a bus. 6V92 TA. Yeah, so on the 92 series, they've got that giant plate that goes over the back of the water pump that's snap ringed in. That plate blew out. Snap ring was still in it, so it lost all of its coolant while running down the interstate under a load, and it cooked the engine. It's locked up solid. I gotta get that video edited. I've got some footage from that. Uh, it doesn't spin. I don't know that it's necessarily locked up. It might just have some rust built up that's stopping it from spinning, but we'll have to see. I heard a bunch of water came out of the exhaust of that bus though, so I don't know that it's gonna be locked up as much as it probably has a bunch of rust inside the liners that are stopping it from moving, which is still a problem, but it's not as bad as the engine being physically seized up. Thank you, Chris. I love this Lone Star State. It's awesome out here. It's a good thing I didn't drive my service truck down here because I was already joking on the phone with Dad that if I drove my service truck down here, I'd probably just call and have someone bring the rest of my stuff down. Wonder Lodges are usually 8V92s. They had some 6V92s. The 6V92 that I have to swap with Dad, though, that's going to be in an Eagle. So that's going to be an upcoming project for us. I got to get it worked into the schedule because I have help where I can get that one done, but it's better to have somebody that's knowledgeable of what we're doing to help me out with it, that I don't have to point in a direction. So I'd rather do it when I have his time available. I don't know what Sage's plans are with this bus yet. I don't know if he's in the comments or he's somewhere in this hotel. I don't think he's at the end of this hallway. But I don't know if he's going to use some parts off of it and put stuff back off from his bus, or if he's just going to leave his bus as it is, or what. But it was a really good deal, and it's got a lot of really original parts on it. So it is a pre-500 bus, so pre-500s can be used with a lot of parts. We'll transfer over to the pre-war stuff. But we'll have to see how this goes and if it's a good running driving bus when we get it going and all that stuff, because that's really going to determine, I think, what the plans with it are. Depends on where the engine is seized, if we can unseize it. So if we're lucky and it's just the pistons that are seized inside the bores, theoretically we could do it, but that engine got really, really hot. If we're talking about the one that I'm going to have to put an engine in, it was severely overheated. The amount of heat involved in even just seizing the pistons and the liners, I can pretty well guarantee that if we pull it apart, we're going to have cracked cylinder heads, and we could end up having misalignment problems of the two bores in the block. So, the liner might not be sitting straight in the block anymore either if we put enough heat in it. On top of that, I don't know what kind of heat ended up in the bottom end of the motor. I mean, it's not going to say as much. It didn't have an oil starvation that I know of, but to tear it down, the time that we'd spend going through it, it would be an out of frame for sure. Just because it locked up due to heat. He got a really good deal on a running driving engine out of another Eagle. That engine came out of a bus that was scrapped for rust. So there are a lot of spare parts that are coming with it. It's just going to be an overall better deal to get that engine in and get it going. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to come back for anything rattlesnake related. Nope, that's going to be a big pass for me on that one. I don't know what that is, but it doesn't sound fun. But yeah, that's gonna be, I think, one of my next bigger projects is gonna be that 6V92 swap that I know of coming up after we get this bus back. I don't know if that's gonna come before or after I get my bus and bring it back though. We will be doing a full series of the conversion and the build out on my bus once it gets here. But that's the only stuff I've got planned right now. Yeah, I don't know what we're even going to do with the 1692 that comes out of it, because I'm probably gonna end up tearing quite a few parts off it to swap them over. But I don't know what his plans are with it afterwards. Someone is saying to shoot grease into an engine to free it up. I've seen somebody do that. I've also seen them rip threads out or blow fittings out doing that. So on a Detroit, you don't have a glow plug or anything like that into the cylinder. The only place that you can access into the cylinder would be through the injector port. So you can't really just build something that would screw in there very easily to force grease in there. And you got to hit a cylinder that's above the intake ports, and you have to be able to push far enough to get it broke free without hitting the intake ports, because when you do, you're just going to shove a ton of grease into the airbox. So what is the Rattlesnake Roundup even? I don't know what that event is. Usually the best luck I've had with getting rusted seized engines done be to pull all the injectors out of it and just start filling or spraying or fogging the cylinders with like a penetrating oil or some type of mix like that, and then just start barring it back and forth over the next couple days, and you'll usually get them freed up. But I've seen one person try to do that grease trick, and they ended up just having a lot of issues with it. And like I said, there is no good way to get into Detroit to do it. The only access you have into the combustion chamber is through the injector hole. So, all right. Well, if you guys have any other questions or comments, go ahead and throw them down in the comment section. Otherwise, it's been a long damn day, and I'm probably going to go to sleep here pretty soon. I actually got to edit a video. Get that posted up for you guys, then I'm going to sleep. Yeah, that grease trick, you do have a lot of grease in a combustion chamber to deal with afterwards, too. I mean, best case, you bar the engine over and it all just shoots back out of the hole. Whatever's still in there is kind of stuck in there. Yeah, I feel like it's not gonna be any rest until I get back. I don't sleep well in hotels, so last night it was an entire night of like sleep for half an hour and then wake up. So I'll get good sleep like Friday when we get back to the house. But all right, well I'm probably gonna. I've been doing that all day. I had to wake up this morning with an alarm clock. The number started with a 6. That's when I go to bed. It's when the sun comes up. I don't wake up when the sun comes up. But I'm probably gonna hop off here. I'm gonna get an video edit up of the drive out here and the stuff that we did today on the bus, and then get that posted up for you guys tonight. Then we'll have more video tomorrow, and I might even try to go live out where the bus is tomorrow. It's gonna really depend on what kind of phone signal we have out there. I have 1 bar of signal here in the hotel. If it wasn't for the Wi-Fi, I wouldn't be able to do anything out here. So it's hit or miss out here where we have signal. So like those WeBoost antennas that we put on Dad's bus, I'm not kidding. Every truck that I've seen for the last, I don't know, 100 miles out here, they all have those WeBoost antennas on the back on the headache racks, like all the oil field trucks do. So I'm guessing that means we have terrible cell phone signal out here. But I'm gonna go ahead and hop off for the night. I'm gonna get that video edited up and posted tonight, and then we should have more videos pretty much every day through this whole project. So we're gonna get the bus running, driving, and hopefully make it back from Texas to Indianapolis, and that's a 1,050-mile drive, right about. It's almost probably about 1,100 by the time we're done. So we should have some good stuff coming up this week for you guys. But I'm gonna hop off. I'm gonna get that edited up and go to bed. So I'll see you guys later.